Welcome to What the Famicom, home of video game nonsense. Enjoy.
What the Famicom? What the Famicom? What the Famicom? What the Famicom?
Hello, and welcome to the new episode of the What the Famicom podcast, the podcast for gaming nonsense, bullshit, anything in between that actually just makes sense in relation to gaming. And I want the world to know how I feel about this fucking shit because it's really important. So for our monumental seventh, count it, seventh fucking episode, I wanted to give you, the fans, the What the Fama family, something special. So as you can tell from the title of this episode, it is about the one, the only, good God, it's the greatest, Final Fantasy VII, the PlayStation Classic. Just to give you a little background, it came out in July '97, commercially, critically loved. What I have here today with me, who I have here today with me, is a very special guest, my old pal, known as Molten Funk across social media, but he's just a normal guy named Nick. He is my special guest today. Nick, you want to say a few words?
Oh, dude, it's finally time. I didn't believe it. I circled this on my calendar 17 years ago. Actually, when did the game come out?
The numbers don't line up.
Anyway, well, however many years ago, I circled this on my calendar and I said, I know I'm going to do a podcast with my friend What the Famicom, and I'm going to talk about Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, I'm Nick. I have my own podcast, The Unpanderers. We're gonna plug it, the whole show. I think that's what we should talk about. I don't think we should talk about Final Fantasy VII. I just want to plug my podcast.
I mean, that's the funny thing. I'm not going to talk about Final Fantasy VII because I've never actually played this fucking garbage game.
What? Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
You touched it.
So, I know you have some experience with Final Fantasy. You played it. We'll get into that later.
We'll get into that later. That's what we're getting
nickname,
into.
I think, what was it, first, second grade? I've known you for 30 some years. I remember your first grade, second grade nickname was Chocobo from our gym teacher.
It really was. Our gym teacher called me that. Years before the game came out. It was Chocobo, baby.
People wrote it on the walls, but it was choke like CHOCK. I'm just curious if that had any relation to the game.
It did, actually. That's what spurred me on to. I got into furries at an early age, but they aren't like sexual animals. They're creatures that have their own will and they can do whatever they want. You know what's crazy? I was really good at mating chocobos.
Oh.
You can do that in the game.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
I'm literally
you say that. I know. That's why I'm literally telling you. I literally mated chocobos.
So that's a What the Famicom fart fact for you, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody knew that.
Now we do. So let's start from the beginning, dude. That's literally the best game ever. I'm Nick from wherever I'm from. You're Dan from let's do Final Fantasy VII.
Everybody knows what Final Fantasy VII is. I don't want to regurgitate the plot. Do you?
No, not at all. I mean, we have to touch on it. It's about Cloud realizing he's doing his thing, and that's it. There, we did it.
So here's from someone that's experienced. I'm not that experienced. That's why I wanted to bring you the pro.
Some people say you're not experienced at all. You're clean. You're never done it before. It's a V word. I can't place my fingers on it.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Anyway,
here's what I want to do. I want you to describe Final Fantasy VII to me in 2.5 words.
The coolest thing.
No, that's not half.
Oh, the coolest dish.
The coolest. Okay.
The coolest dish.
Okay.
Literally the best way.
Describe to me what it's not in 4 words.
Hentai proof for kids.
Okay. I mean, if anyone's listening, they can just stop the podcast right now.
We summed it up. That's the whole game, baby.
I mean, anyone can just stop this podcast right now and they would know what Final Fantasy VII is about.
You give them that option one more time, and I think they might.
I think they already have.
I think they have as well. So hold up. This is the thing that gets me. Final Fantasy VII came out in 1997?
Seven.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we're talking about shit that's older than me. I mean,
They're
not
legit.
really, obviously.
There are celebrities that are
Are you serious?
younger than this game. Like, is this crazy that somebody has never experienced or was alive when this game came out? That I don't know. It just boggles my mind. Fucking people.
It does. You know why? Because we can talk about when video games were invented or the what the Famicom. I could do a whole episode on that. That's like a Nintendo. That's kind of how the system started. I'll get into that another time.
You're not
But
allowed to do Famicom facts.
but what's crazy to me is I was alive before video games were really invented. So
Mhm.
then so video games sucked, and then this is an elaborate, complex RPG. This like defined RPG.
Is this a JRPG?
Nah, what does the J stand for? I friggin' forget. RPG is role
Jizz.
playing game. Jizz role playing game? Yes, then it is.
Yeah, that means it's so good you just jizz all over the screen.
Yeah, I think it is. It's crazy to me because this game was the biggest game of all time at this point. It really
Yeah,
was.
yeah, it
Physic
really.
Wait, and physically, do you know if we did a quiz right now, I'd be pretty good at guessing how many CDs each PlayStation game was? Did we do this before?
Funny you say this because I
Okay.
have a quiz lined up for you later.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one was 3 discs, and I
Oh,
remember because it was the first game that was ever 3 discs. I was like, oh my god. Because it's one thing if your game takes up the whole disc. It's another thing if it's like you have a second disc. I was always like, whoa, watch out, fancy game coming through. We
what
have
fucking
2 discs.
kid in '97? What fucking kid has time to play 3 discs worth of a game?
I'm telling you, dude, this game. Do you know what happens with this game? It logs your time. It logs your time playing, goofing around the menus, stuff like that. It. I found something out about this game. It stops at 99 hours and 99 minutes. So I have
That's
no clue how
fucking
long.
disgusting.
So I have no clue how long I played because it stopped midway through me playing.
Why does it stop? Why did the creators?
The people didn't know you were going to spend 99 hours. What is 99 hours? Someone break that down. How many days in a row is that? What's
I think
24?
it's 2 weeks.
Did you make that up like
Yeah.
spur of the
No,
moment, like without any
figure it
math?
out, dude.
But it's easy to figure out, dude. 25 hours is over a day, 4 days. It stops at like 4.5 days. But 4.5 days of playing, like that's wild. As a
Yeah.
kid, there was no game that did that. Like to this day, well, to this day now, you could spend millennia playing other games. But up
Yeah.
till this point, like what other games? Did you happen to find out what games came out in like 1997? I want to see a
I did
list of places.
not.
I'm gonna do it while you fill in space. It's called filling in space.
Well, I mean, I was gonna ask you because your memories are my memories. I've tried to play this game. I'm gonna say probably a total of 5 or 6 times in the last 22 years. I tried to play it. I think I borrowed it off of you,
Yeah, you probably.
and
I totally tried to get you to play it. I was like, "This is the best game ever, dude. You
I
have
was
to
like,
get
"No,
it."
dude, you're a fucking loser. I'm cool, but I was really fat and I was ugly, so I didn't have any friends."
Do you know this is wild? Mario Kart 64 came out within 10 days of this game.
And they're two different fucking games. And fucking who talks about Mario Kart 64 anymore?
I thought you did still.
No,
That's
I've
why.
never fucking go listen to the old episodes, dude.
Oh,
I've never
dude, Torok Dinosaur Hunter
Oh
came out.
shit.
Yeah, we see now all of a sudden
That
you're
game
like,
was the
oh,
fucking
that's cool. Wait a minute,
I
Tekken
think that
3.
game is probably
Yo, Tekken
okay.
3 came out. I'm telling you, I think the like 97 to 99 was the heyday of games. I know we sound like old heads saying it, but it was just
I mean,
it was revolutionizing.
if anyone is listening, has listened to past episodes, Nick was my guest on the Soul River one.
I
That was
was
fucking
actually.
99.
Yo, GoldenEye came out that year in August.
Fuck me sideways, man. Like
Yo, dude, Abe's World Odyssey, whatever the fuck it's called.
that's not what
Fallout. Yo, the
wait,
original Fallout. Yeah,
did you
no,
just
it's called
fucking
that.
call Abe's Odyssey, Abe's World Odyssey? And you're on a gaming podcast? And you have a kid?
Grand Theft. Yo, Grand
You
Theft
haven't had
Auto.
sex in a month?
It's a little under that. I'm just saying. What's your number? Anyway, Grand Theft Auto.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yo, Mortal Kombat 4 came out. Now I feel like it's an old game because I'm like, the
Yeah.
Mortal Kombats are out. Okay. This puts everything in perspective. Although Tomb Raider 2 had just come out. Huh.
Wow. I
So
guess
now-
the first Tomb Raider was 95.
I guess. Yeah, it had to be before 97, late 97.
So-
Gran Turismo came out. Oh, damn, son.
So going back to
Good.
me saying I was playing it, I've tried to play it. You tried to fucking definitely shove it down my throat like a fucking.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a winner.
I tried to play it on the PS3. They re-released on the PS3 at some point. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm older. I'm gonna fucking play this. I think I'm more mature. No, I still hated it then. I tried to play it on the P. I think I tried to play it a few times then, and then I recently tried to play it on the PS Classic in December, and I played for like a month, and I
Did you
didn't
play
get
that
very.
long?
Yeah, I didn't get that far. I
Wait, did you
named
get?
everyone.
Did you
Well, I
get?
named everyone like
Uh,
Dick and Piss and
I
you know.
forgot you can change their names because I think the first hour I played, I changed their names and I was goofing around and stuff, and then I restarted because I took off like a week or two, and then I just kept their names regular because this is what's gonna blow your mind. I bought the
eh,
strategy guide. Okay.
That does blow my mind.
No. This is gonna blow your mind. So that strategy guide was one of my favorite books. You think I'm kidding? I literally remember what it looked like. It was by
No, I
Brady
don't think that's
Games.
why I fucking laughed at you, you
Because
loser.
hold on, it's called the official Final Fantasy VII Strategy Guide. It was by Brady Games. Okay. The only reason I know this is I was looking. It's one of the 10 books that I saved over all the years because it was the I used that book like a Bible to play this game. I know that sounds super nerdy, but like this game has over 100 hours of material and side quests. The game is side quests. It was the definition of side quest.
Okay.
You might not know this.
I don't fucking care. That's why.
You should. So if you look up Brady Games official Final Fantasy VII guide, they stopped making it obviously that year, the next year, whatever. They sold as many as they could. Right now they're on eBay. You can buy them for $50 a pop.
Only $50? I figured it would have been
Only
more expensive.
50? No, dude, you should be able to buy it for like $1 at this point. The
No.
game's been out for how many years? I still have it somewhere, and I was looking, and I was like, you could probably get it for free. Oh, this one's 99.95. This one's $68. This one's $88. How the frick is that possible? It's a strategy guide for the game that you can literally Google every strategy. You
Yeah.
can. So it's literally being sold for nostalgia, which is wild to me, I guess.
Well, here's what's crazy.
Uh-huh.
You keep talking about this game. There's a reason why I'm not called What the PlayStation. This
Hmm.
is what the Famicom, dude.
So are you
We
saying?
don't fucking talk about games I don't want to talk about.
But would you say this game's super PlayStation-y?
I don't care.
It was a question. It's so
Uh, it,
silly.
it no, I think it is. I think it utilizes a lot
It's
of
like
what
a
was going on in
with
like
PlayStation.
menus and the way you use
Yeah,
analog and well, they didn't have the analog then.
they
That was
did.
before the dual stick, the right?
Yeah, it was before the official dual stick that released with the system, but you could buy an aftermarket because I'm pretty sure I spent all those hours on one that was like an aftermarket with analogs.
Fucking
You
use
didn't.
like aftermarket.
Oh, I used aftermarket, dude. I was
You
fucking.
know it's Mad Cats. Just fucking say Mad Cats,
It
dude.
wasn't Mad Cats. I swear to God, this one was not Mad Cats. If I found the name of it, I would shove it down your face so hard. So hold on. This is the thing that I want to tell the audience. It's like this game was so cool because active time battle. Oh Jesus Christ! A B
I do
T.
remember that. I remember that was one of the things that stuck with me. I could tell you very little about this game, but to this day, games still use that. I mean, even if it's games that are kind of replicating
Yeah,
that
and
kind of shit,
there's variations on it too.
yeah, they're like, you stand still, you look like a fucking idiot. Like I was just playing. This might have came out before or after. I'm not sure, but Super Mario RPG, and it was
Okay.
Mario doing
Yeah.
Final Fantasy shit. And I'm like, man, this kind of like look of like the weight, the pick a thing to do in the menu, the weight. Like I don't have the patience for it, but I see why it's so addictive.
It's cool because it's strategy based. Like you're planning your next move. You don't know what the enemy's going to pick because it's
Mhm.
kind of going to be their turn. And then depending on how fast your timer refills, which can be, you can affect that with different spells.
Yeah.
Like that sounds corny, but you can cast haste on your whole party, and then boom, your bar fills up faster. So you have more times to pick an option.
Are you
Whether
reading
it's
this or do you know this by heart?
oh Jesus Christ, dude. So when you spend 100 hours on Final Fantasy VII, the game was cool because you could only control 3 players at a time in a battle, right? So you control 3 players, you're chasing Sephiroth, you're doing all these stupid things, you're doing side quests. The game was ridiculous because it was so cool, and it was so cool because it had elemental elements where like if when you were fighting the machines of Shinra and all that, like you could use lightning spells and they would just destroy them. If you used fire, it would like barely hurt them. If you used ice, it wouldn't even hurt them. This sounds corny as shit, but I'm telling you, I got into that. I was like, oh, dude, they're robots. They hate lightning. So before I would go into an area where I know you would run into like a whole bunch of enemies, I would like equip my guys with like anti-flame materia. I would have different armors you could have and like different weapons you could have, and then I would equip them all with like lightning 3 and lightning 2, and then lightning all, and then lightning elemental. Dude, oh my god, oh, you could have a different weapon and a different armor for everyone, and in those weapon and armor, you could put materia into it. Materia is just magic, or like, I don't know, Magic the Gathering shit.
Here's
And
a
I
question.
got so into it.
You know all this stuff. What would
Yeah.
your girlfriend say if she heard you say all of that?
She might get off just hearing me talk about it. I
Uh,
just talked about it real hot.
yeah,
You don't think that was kind of sexy?
you sounded like your mouth
I was
was
gonna
like
pop.
roll. Yeah,
I was gonna pop.
you
I was
need to
gonna
relax,
pop
dude.
off.
This is a podcast. This isn't a fucking like.
I thought this is what the Famicom, dude. That's where
Nah.
everything gets off.
It's what the. Oh, all right. Number one fan. I got you there.
I am the number one fan. I'm the number one fan. I think you have a number 2 fan that might be listening. I don't even know. Maybe it's
No,
just
I don't even think there's
just the number one.
no
fan.
two fans. So we talked about
Uh-huh.
the look of it. I mean, not really, but it looks shitty.
We didn't.
Fuck.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is a spiky-haired emo fucking idiot. In
Low
it.
polygon count, dude.
So
Yeah.
low polygon, spiky-haired. Your name has to be like a made-up word or an object because that's the fucking cool thing. The look for me, what did it use a full motion, not full motion background. I'm being
No. Painted backgrounds, whatever the hell they're called. Like
Yeah.
the
matte painting,
change
sort
it.
of like yeah.
Which at the time was the most beautiful way to go, because if you did a 3D rendering, like I don't think any of the systems could process it. It would look like shit anyway.
I think I read somewhere that the budget was actually $80 million to make it,
Serious?
and over 100 people were that was the fucking staff. Like it was over 100 people, and that was like the
most
size
at
of
that
NASA.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as
So-
important as NASA.
Yeah, more than yeah. I mean, the space is fake, the moon's fake, so you know what I'm saying. So we talked about the
Never
look.
heard the moon is fake.
Oh, it's
I heard the moon landing, but not the moon.
Nah, the moon, dude. Have you ever looked up? Of course, that shit's fake, dude.
I guess you're right. I guess
So
I never,
we talked
I never-
about the look of the game.
Sure. No, we didn't. You just literally.
We
So hold on. Do you know if you the cover of the album or the game?
we
the
talked
picture
about the
of-
look.
Well, hold on. No, the cover of the goddamn game is so cool because that's what drew me in. It's one of my favorite things.
It's
It's one of my
Cloud
favorite
standing
pictures.
with the sword in his
Yeah,
behind.
the Buster Sword behind him, and it's friggin' all white, and he's looking at like Shinra or Midgar or one of the.
I think
something
Midgar's the world, right?
Midgar's the small world. It's not the entire Earth. It's like the area they are.
God, I'm falling asleep just hearing about this.
So, and he's looking at it with his Buster Sword. Dude, that sword is as big as him. That's so
I didn't know that
cool.
was. I honestly did not know that was called the Buster Sword. I didn't know that was the name of it. Is that the
Wait,
name?
that's so weird. Maybe I'm wrong.
Did you just make up what it was called?
Well-
If anyone listening to this really knows Final Fantasy VII lore, they're gonna fucking destroy me on Twitter and Instagram, dude. You better retract that. Look it up.
Now I gotta look it up.
So, like I said, we talked about the look.
Mhm.
We talked
Yeah,
about.
it's the Buster Sword. Everyone's
There we go.
I'm
I'm so happy.
Wait, I totally drew this as a kid, like in notebooks and stuff,
Did you? All right.
and then I whacked off to it.
There we go.
I knew you were waiting for it. No, the Buster Sword is literally a sword as big as the person carrying it, and I think that's the coolest thing ever.
See, you
Even-
remember the look was crazy. The fighting has
Oh.
like its own legacy. The Buster Sword. You remember the name of the Buster Sword? It's been fucking 22 years.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
weird.
popularity alone of this game was insane. So I don't need to talk about the popularity of the game itself, but what I want to talk about is the aftermath because Cloud was so popular. He was in other games. You obviously remember the one game he was in. So let me
Okay.
yeah, he was in Super Smash Brothers. He was in Kingdom Hearts. There was an actual Final Fantasy VII animated sequel called Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. He was in that.
I don't remember that.
Took
As
place a
tactics.
little bit after the ending of the game.
Tactics. Yeah.
He was in a game called Chocobo Racing. I believe it's spelled Chock, like your nickname, which is weird.
Weird.
And he was famously in the PlayStation version of the shithole fighting game. Everybody remembers this. Air Guys. God bless the ring.
Nobody remembers this.
It
We're the
was
only ones, dude.
yeah. We're
Do you
literally the
name the
only fucking
fighters? Do you
people.
name the fighters? I really want to know. I didn't do any
I
research.
can't. You think I can fucking name anyone? So
You can
what I
pull it
can
up right
name
now.
is in the PlayStation version. It came out in '98 in Japan, I think for computer or whatever. But in '99 they came out with the PlayStation version. They added Final Fantasy characters because Square made
Yeah, of
those.
course. Yeah. So they
So
were
they
like, hey,
added.
let's cash in.
I didn't remember this. They added Cloud. They added Sephiroth. They
Oh,
added
yeah, that's
Vincent
right.
Valentine. They
Why
added
Vincent? So
Yuffie
weird.
Kasagari and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Zack.
Yuffie.
Everybody remembers Zack.
Zack is like just Cloud, but corny, kind
Is
of.
he?
Well, wait. So, Cloud, his memories are actually Zack's or something. He's a soldier for Shinra. Like that's where he
Dude,
gets his
what did
look
I?
and sword. I
Did you listen
know.
to me in the beginning of the
I
episode? I
know.
said I don't want to talk about the game.
I know. I know. I know. I'm
I
ruining the
specifically
podcast.
said we're not going to talk
I'm
about the game.
ruining the podcast. Here's the other thing. If you take a look at Cloud, he's skinny as shit, and he's like got hair as big as like it's literally a little bigger than his head, and it's pointy, so it's kind of cool, especially back in the day.
Oh
His
yeah.
Buster Sword is bigger than him, and his clothes are kind of baggy. I don't know. Like, here's the weird thing, and everyone who plays the game will agree with me. In a way, you think Cloud is you, kind of, because you kind of wake up, you don't really know what you're doing, you're fighting for the right cause, and this is the part that gets me. He's quiet, he doesn't like to talk. His when he there's dialogue, a lot of times his is dot dot dot, and there's no need to put that. You could just have no dialogue, but it
Yeah.
purposely puts Cloud dot 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 dot, and then like he's not talking. He's very quiet. He's like shy, and literally I was like, that's me. But looking back,
Was it?
I was literally the loudest, most annoying kid in the world, and like everyone liked me, kind of. Not everybody, because I probably
So
wasn't
you're
that good.
saying Cloud was a fucking loser?
Well, just everyone thought they were Clouds, but no one was really Cloud. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you were like, it's just the funniest thing that I thought.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that he barely talked.
Yeah, no, he's like, he doesn't like to talk about his feelings, doesn't like to talk about anything.
How is he the most fucking popular character of all time? Why is he in all these movies and games?
Because
He's a dud.
he looks cool and he kicks ass. Like, he doesn't have to be like, he doesn't talk his problems out. He's kind of a man in a way where he's like, he's dealing with a lot of shit. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know who his mother is. He doesn't know who his father is. Like, Sephiroth keeps telling him he's darkness and he doesn't know where he's from. And he's like, listen, I got a huge sword. It's as big as my body.
Wait, so my girlfriend told me to dress up like Cloud one time. Does that mean she wants a real man, or
It means she wants you to shut the hell up.
I did say dot 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 to her a few times.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, you're on the right path.
she tried to touch me and I said dot dot dot.
So,
I walked away.
oh, dude, that's fucking awesome. So the other thing is, you have a health meter bar and like a magic power bar and a timer bar and a limit bar. And the coolest thing about the limit bar was that if you filled up your limit bar, you got to do something called a limit break.
Okay.
A limit break was the coolest thing in the
Oh
world.
wait, I think I remember limit breaks. I think they were in Kingdom Hearts, and I think they were in.
Did they?
I think they're in every RPG after Final Fantasy.
They probably are, dude. You might as well. It was the coolest thing in the world. So you get hit enough, or you hit enough, and like your bar just fills up, like eventually. And eventually you get to use your special super mega. It's like a little bit like Dragon Ball Z, like their Super Saiyan attack. Like same idea, right? I don't fucking know. I'm not a nerd. But these guys and the limit breaks were some of the coolest things in the game. Like they looked cool as shit. Like they were way more graphically advanced than the playing the game and like the low polygon count you were talking about. And they would just slash people and do cool things. And it's cool because your damage, you could see a damage number assigned to each attack. So I hit a guy with a sword and it says 58. Or I use lightning on a machine and it says 212. And I'm like, oh shit. When you use like a limit break, like, and I only remember Omni Slash and a couple others from Cloud and a couple others, like you would go and use it and it would show you the number, and the number was always like 4,971, and it was like the thing only had 120 health power. You killed it. But it made you feel good. I don't know, and it had a cool graphical sequence, and you would like jump up, and the light would surround you, and you would just destroy it, fuck it to death, fuck
So
it to
that's
daylight.
all. That sounds really cool. But
It
I
is.
just want to go back to the beginning of what you're saying. You said I said that there was a low polygon count. I
You
never
did.
said that.
If we rewound the tape about 18 minutes and 1 second,
I never use the word polygon. I'd never say that word on this podcast.
do you?
You know I don't.
I know you might.
So let us, like we talked about the legacy of Cloud. We talked about
We did.
briefly the animated sequel.
I guess.
There are smaller games. There was a mobile game Cloud was in. Final Fantasy was the fucking cat's pajamas in the late 90s. So there was actually some porn parodies I found too. The famous porn parodies.
Who? Tifa?
I don't know. There's
dude, she was pretty
1998's Final Fat Assy 6.9.
That's not good.
2000's Anal Fantasy 7 Way.
Oh, wait, and these are real people?
I can't confirm or deny if they're real or not.
No,
2001's Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. That's just the fucking movie.
I see where you're going with that.
Well, Ben Affleck's in it and James Woods, and it's more so like it's like a porn.
Were they in that?
Yeah, man. You ever see it? I saw it. I tried to rewatch that. That is the most boring garbage.
I never saw it.
You've never seen it?
No,
Wait,
I saw
Final Fantasy was in its prime when that movie came out.
I know, and I didn't see it. I don't know.
What were you doing in 2001? You're jerking
Having
off
sex.
to this
No,
meter
having
breaker
sex. I was having sex.
in 2001.
Probably.
Dude,
Let's
I need
be
I need to confirm this with the cops or something.
honest.
Let me read some reviews. IGN just straight out said it's the best game ever. Period.
Really?
Don't
when
look,
it came
don't,
out? Wait, when?
Yeah,
are
don't
these
don't
reviews
look
from
that
when it came out?
look that review up though. Electronic Gaming Monthly said just simply amazing. I don't think you can find that review online. That might be old. And I think it actually celebrities played it, which is crazy. Like in the late 90s.
No, they didn't. This is a lie. Go ahead. I don't believe you.
I think in the late 90s, both Kevin Spacey and Bill Cosby, they both loved it. They both played it.
They
together.
both don't have good standing in the communities. I think this is a bad idea. I think this is
No,
terrible.
they said they played it. They played it together every single year until I think last year. I'm not sure what happened to them last year. I don't follow celebrities that much, but they said they would hang out every year. Them too.
Oh goodness.
Nobody would know what they talked about, but they
Probably
played.
Final Fantasy VII.
So I'm gonna throw. I want you to interact with, me and our listeners, and I want to know more about you, like who you think would be the perfect people to play Final Fantasy characters. So if they are making,
Dude, here's the only problem. I don't know actors.
you seem to know everything, man. That's why I got you. I'm just with the Famicom. You're with the Fama. Everything.
I'm what the fam and not.
Yeah. So I want to know who you think. If they say Hollyweird, Hollyweird, they were like, we're gonna make
I swear to God, I have no clue who that is.
Final Fantasy VII movie.
Oh,
We're gonna make live action.
Hollyweird. You're being like Hollyweird. Now I got you down. I got you.
So we're gonna make this movie. Who would you like to see cast as Final Fantasy characters? But here's the thing.
Okay. That has to be people who went to grade school with.
Well, you can't use anyone famous from the last 40 years.
No, I got it then. All right, cool.
Okay.
For Barrett May, who is the African American, and people actually talk about this in the new game. They're remaking it. We're going to visit this later in the episode, I assume.
I don't think so.
So they're remaking it, and people aren't sure about how Barrett May should be handled because he's African American.
Okay.
And his dialogue was a little off color.
A little racist, you're saying?
No. Yeah, a little bit, but like it was made in Japan. Like I don't know how I don't know. Anyway, I have the perfect person that if I had to pick someone, and they can't be someone famous in the past 40 years, a friend of mine who I went to grade school with named Daniel Bianchi.
Okay. But wait, if you went to grade school with him, he's still in the 40 year range, dude.
I thought you said famous in the past 40 years.
We both know who he is. He's famous. Try again.
We both know who he is? That doesn't... Wait, so it's someone who... All right. Maybe there's a guy I used to deliver to...
No, next. Okay, we're done with this.
Because I don't know where you were going. Where did you want me to go?
Of course. You know, I wanted you to interact with our audience.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to take some phone calls but I hung up on all the listeners because they wanted to call in and talk to you.
I was looking at the follower count says 0 right now. Is that an error?
Yeah, it was actually 1,000. I think the one got wiped away. Computer error. So I'm gonna quiz you. I got a quiz lined up for you.
Please do.
It's just there's just a few questions. You are the Final Fantasy super fan. I used to call you Final Fantasy Nick.
That's what they called me in first grade. In first grade, in 1992 or whatever.
And then the gym teacher pulled you in the bathroom and said,
choke me, Bo.
Hmm? So the quiz. Question number 1. Are you ready, dude?
I actually don't know. I'm worried.
Okay. Who is the leader of Avalanche?
Barrett May.
Correct. All right.
Thanks, dude. Where'd you get the quiz?
Who?
Like Huffington Post or some garbage? Good. I'm gonna get the rest wrong.
Who kills Ares?
Yo, it's Aerith. If you go by the original Japanese version, it's Sephiroth. Come on, dude.
Okay. All right, you got it, dude.
And you even said her name. God, Jesus Christ. Good.
Okay, next question.
Do you know that was like dramatic for a lot of people when she dies?
Yeah, I've seen that clip 8 trillion times, and it doesn't touch me at all.
That's weird because most people are humans and have a soul. Go on.
Well, isn't it? It's Cloud's love.
Yeah. They're setting them up to be love interest, and then Sephiroth, who you're chasing, just like comes out of the sky and cuts her in half.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. I mean, the graphics. You know, the low polygon count. Low polygon count.
I knew it was coming back there.
Okay.
Last sunglasses are off.
Last question. Is it bestiality if you kiss a chocobo?
No. I mean, I kissed my chocobos. It's the only way to raise them the right way.
Okay, I don't have a yes or no for this, so we're gonna, keep that up for debate. We're gonna let the authorities listen to this answer and see if we should do something about you. It was kind of like I wanted to catch you.
Do you want me to sit down? Do you want to talk about it?
Well, I wanted you to get in trouble for saying that you would kiss a chocobo. Because not everyone in the Final Fantasy community is into that stuff, and it's 2019. We don't want to promote that kind of thing.
Here's what's weird. Anyone who still likes Final Fantasy VII is probably into that.
You're not wrong. That's
I mean, let's be honest. They probably are. If anything, you're incorrect. They are kissing chocobos. If
I'm getting correct, then this podcast is going to get canceled, and it probably will be. This Final Fantasy VII. This is the fucking game. This is one of the biggest games of all time. Correct?
I like that you didn't play it. I mean, you still didn't play it.
I've literally, the last time I tried was January. This past January, I tried to play it.
Well, you can't play a game that's too old because the low polygon count and the way the game is made and the load times will mess with you. Like, that's not a joke. I mean, I'm serious. It's like boring.
This is genuinely like Pink Floyd to me. Pink Floyd is... I don't care who disagrees with me, because everyone probably will. Sure. I think they're the most boring band on the planet.
Yeah, I know.
But my point is,
I think you're wrong.
If I ever met David Gilmour, or if I ever met Roger Waters,
do you know when David Gilmour was born?
I don't care.
March 6th.
Wow. Oh wait, oh my God.
Yeah, it's my birthday buddy, dude. That's the only reason I know it. I don't give a shit. If he was born March 8th, I wouldn't know shit about him.
Yeah, that's true.
If he was born on my day, I'm like, oh, he's cool. He's cool.
Oh shit, we're the same person.
Yeah, we're like, oh, so cool.
But if I ever met Roger Waters or David Gilmour, I'd be like, oh my God, you're in fucking Pink Floyd. That's awesome.
Oh my God, I love you. And he'd be like, what's your favorite song, mate? And you'd be like, Time?
And they'd be like, that's not a song.
When do you say that? Because it is a song.
But if I ever met... I don't like or can't play Final Fantasy VII, but if I ever met Final Fantasy VII in real life, I'd be like, oh my God, you're Cloud.
What would you say to them? Like, what would you do to them? Final Fantasy VII, you met him in real life. What if you said, what if he was riding a chocobo?
Who is riding a chocobo?
Final Fantasy VII, and you met them.
Like, hold on, let me picture this real quick.
Okay.
the case for the game,
Yeah,
Final
yeah,
Fantasy VII.
100% is riding a chocobo, and you see it in real life. What would you do?
Uh, I would kind of just let it go. Like what? Like if I said something and got its attention, and the
Yeah.
case turned and stared at me,
Like
like
it did a
yeah,
whole like, hey, you're Final Fantasy VII, and it stops and turned and looked at you, and it was just CD case looking at
yeah,
you, and you'd be like, huh? And then like it's waiting for a response. Like, yeah, I am. What do you want to say? Would you be like, nothing? Good game. Is that what you would
yeah.
say?
Well, I'd have to. I guess I'd have to fucking lie to him.
You'd beat around the bush. You'd be like, great game. I love the active time battle. Like, would
Well,
you say
here's the
that?
thing: is it? What if he opened the case as if like he was like flashing me? So you know what I'm saying? Like you know how like dudes in the '70s and '80s were like flashers, they like open their trench coats in movies and stuff. Like what if he slowly like opened the case, but there was no discs in there?
Well, I'll have you know that there are 3 discs on the loose. I will say that.
Yeah, like what if
Okay.
I'm like, yo, dude, you're missing your discs? Maybe that's why he's on the chocobo. He's going to look for them.
I guess, dude. That's a good. I don't.
We might need to end on that note because wait, that
I don't even
that
know if we have
vision.
enough material to end on. But I mean, it's a good point. That vision really fills it out nicely.
I mean, if you have anything else to say about this game, I've said all I need to say of all I wanted to say because this game just really makes me upset because I didn't play it and I hate people that did.
So there's one thing I wanted to get to, and it's the scene where you can go to the Honeybee Inn, and Cloud gets to dress like a woman, and you have to go around, and it's in a bathhouse, and you go to all these men that are in maybe speedos, and
Okay,
you have to get all these items, and depending on how much you pay, you can either get like a cheap wig, an expensive wig. You can get like bootleg lipstick and like the nicest red lipstick, and then you can
really?
get, oh, I swear to God, bikini briefs and whatever. And at the end of your conversations, like this dude will smack you on the ass. And at my age, I kind of got the joke, but I didn't. I was like,
Yeah.
what's even going on? And apparently, you were in like a gay brothel, and that was the joke. You were collecting stuff to make you look like a woman or something.
Wow.
And I was like, this isn't. I don't.
So you're
Anyway,
saying, I mean,
that
this
when
game's
they
been
they're gonna
re-released numerous
remake.
times.
They're not. It's been when they redo a game like that, they literally port it. So it's the same game. They don't change any of the functions in it. They don't change anything in the game. They just say, here it is on a new platform, and they
My
make.
point being, is Nintendo and PlayStation okay with that?
Well, hold on. So they're remaking the game right now in like a real big reboot that's supposed to come out in March 6th of next year.
Okay.
Uh,
You
just
just
want to
burp
say
on
I'm
my
cursing.
podcast?
I did. So, so it's coming out on my birthday next year, and I
Are
just
you
want to bring
implying
that
that you
up.
want me to buy it for you?
Sure, I didn't. I wasn't buying that, but I will now. So they're talking about what's going to be cut from the game, and that's one of the things I think is going to be cut. The whole segment because it's like kind of like anti-gay,
Yeah,
anti-whatever.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy that I guess you're right. They've just been porting it, so they can't really take that out because it might be essential. I don't really know.
Right.
Is it
It's
essential to the plot?
not really, but they could, but like you need to complete part of that to get to the next part. So at some point they're going to remake the game, which is what they're doing now, and they redo it graphically, they redo dialogue, stuff like that. Um, Here's the other thing. Did you get into the whole hullabaloo about Tifa's boobs or whatever?
No, I don't even know who Tiff is.
So she's one of the main characters, and she has like nice ample boobs. And the reason I say this is like we had dial-up internet, and
I like
I'll
where this is
admit this.
going.
Oh, dude, we had dial-up internet, and one of the things is I downloaded a hot picture of Tifa doing a flip in a skirt, and I remember being like, "Oh shit!" And I downloaded it, and it would fill line by line, and like I saved that picture onto my hard drive on my old computer. I was like, "Oh
How
yeah."
long did you have that picture for?
I mean, I forgot about it after like I don't know, like a week,
But
but
here's the thing: did you though? Because you just recalled it.
Well, because we were talking about Tifa, and when her body came up,
No,
uh,
no. Here's the thing: we weren't talking about Tifa. You just brought up Tifa. You said, "Hey, do you remember Tifa?"
no, she's in the news. Like it's in the community because apparently they're trying to make her breasts smaller, and the Final Fantasy VII nerd
So people
community.
like young you can't do what they did before.
I guess. Well, hold on. I don't know what they can do now, dude. Nowadays, like it's off the chain. It's funny because back in the day, mine was Tifa doing a flip in a short skirt, or Tifa short skirt doing a flip or something. And I
Yeah,
was like, this is the hottest cartoon thing I've ever seen. And nowadays, there's a big hullabaloo in the community because they're remaking this game,
hmm
and they're making Tifa's breasts smaller, and I'm like, I don't. Who cares? But there's like a bunch of people on Reddit posting, this is not related to the game. That's not the way the creator wanted it. This
I
isn't true
actually,
to the game. Yeah, see, now you know what I'm
no.
talking about.
Well,
Yeah.
not that I don't know about that. I know because I guess it's related because Cloud is in Super Smash Brothers. But I read somewhere, I guess I saw it on Twitter, that when Super Smash Brothers, the last one came out, Metroid, Samus, the
Uh-huh.
girl who's Metroid,
Yeah.
she's not in her Metroid outfit. She's just in like a blue outfit. And people were mad that they shrunk her boobs or her butt.
Who cares? In Metroid, I couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl.
But my
That's
point is
so
like,
weird.
but
Yeah.
people were mad that they made this cartoon character's butt smaller, boobs smaller. And
Right.
the same people got mad recently with the new Mortal Kombat.
Yes. How
Because
about Tracer, right? From Overwatch? Then they do it with
no,
her
I
too.
didn't even I said nothing about Tracer.
I
You
was
can't say
adding.
yes.
I was
And then
adding.
who?
Because Tracer also, they did the same thing.
Oh no, you're right.
So, God damn it! You were like, no, you can't. Oh yeah.
No, but it's just
Yeah.
wild. We go from talking Final Fantasy,
Uh-huh.
then we go, yo,
To
what the
your
fuck?
fantasy, to your
Yeah,
fantasy, right?
yeah.
Samus.
And then, Mortal Kombat Fantasy.
Well, no, your Metroid fantasy. You always wanted the Metroid jellyfish naked. Is that what your thing was?
You talking about Mother Brain?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's not a
You
fucking
wrote that thing.
jellyfish. It's literally
No.
called
Oh my God. That's
Mother
so
Brain.
weird. Didn't you get a note written from the teacher to stop drawing Mother Brain with boobs?
Wait, I drew boobs on Mother Brain?
Yeah. And your teacher was like, this isn't canon.
This The teacher's like, wait, let me show you. There's supposed to be a dick on him. This doesn't count.
I like how your teacher is really mad that
Yeah, not
it
that I
isn't.
wasn't
No,
doing the right thing.
it was that you drew the wrong genitalia on
Yeah.
Mother Brain. Yeah.
We need to wrap this up. I just realized that we
That's
kind of
not
got off topic, but we stayed on
did.
topic because we talked about
Same thing.
we talked about important stuff in the gaming world. We talked about losers complaining about tit size of characters.
Yeah, like I really don't give a shit if
Like if they
characters
remake,
know kids.
honestly, if they HD remake
Metal
Metroid,
Gear Solid and what's his name?
they put boobs on Solid Snake.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. And then if they took them away, I wouldn't care either.
I would care if they
Meryl,
made his butt smaller. That would be a big deal for me.
you would. So,
Yeah.
so what is this? What were we talking friggin' about? Final Fantasy
We were-
VII.
we were
We
talking
barely
about-
talked about it. Go ahead.
Final motherfucking Fantasy VII,
Oh, dude.
the greatest game to ever grace the PlayStation.
Do you know
Now,
you still haven't beat Ruby Weapon?
what?
Nothing. Ruby Weapon.
You know what? Please don't throw Final Fantasy words at me, or bad guys, or character like physicalities, like Tifa boobs. It's not going to mean anything to me, dude, because I'm going to forget about this in the next episode. Okay. What we do here on
I
What the
think you should have
Famicom,
me back on to talk about Final Fantasy VII.
we're not going to talk about Final Fantasy VII ever again. I'm not a sheep.
No.
I don't
I'm
talk
not-
about popular games. I'm against the grain.
I understand, but you should just have me back on to talk about Final Fantasy VII.
No, we might have maybe in our 8th episode we'll talk about Final Fantasy VIII.
No, we will not. Squall Lionheart and the gun sword? No, we weren't talking about that.
Well, guess what, motherfucker? They're re-releasing that game too.
Are they? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They'll re-release anything, won't they?
I mean, my mom won't. You know what I'm saying?
Harpoon?
Okay. On that note, thank you for joining me for this.
Hey,
What the
listen,
Final Fantasy VII podcast? I guess you
I
could call it.
honestly thought we were going to get into more Final Fantasy VII, but apparently we're not. So
I
thanks
mean,
for
there's just
listening.
we talked about
You can
the low
also,
polygon
there
count.
are podcasts, other podcasts you can listen to.
Well, you know what? Let's promote yours one more time.
Oh, I forgot. I wasn't even going to do that. On Panders, Molten Panders, Panderer Moltens, What the Famicon, What the Famipolton.
I don't know anything you just named. You're part of the Unpanderers.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So we're gonna tell people to not listen to that.
Why?
Well, the subject matter is a little too serious. You guys talk politics. You guys talk, the president. We don't like saying, specific people's names and what the family.
Cheeto in Chief? Did you just call him Cheeto in Chief?
I didn't say Cheeto in Chief. So, anyway, thank you for joining me for the What the Final Fantasy VII episode of the What the Famicom podcast. If anyone has any feedback,
Yo,
I'm
one final plug. We're doing a chocobo where you choke your bow event where everyone who likes Final Fantasy VII and their like live action characters and really respects the chocobos and is okay with their sexuality. We're all meeting in San Diego, California. It's in a hotel. Everything's safe sex. We're gonna bring condoms. I want everyone to choke their chocobo or whatever it's called. But
Well,
anyway,
wait. Okay.
yeah, yeah. What's the matter?
Well, how are you using safe sex? If you're all dressed up like chocobos,
Yeah, we're having condoms. Everyone has to wear a condom the whole
where are you
time
gonna put the condom?
on their wiener.
Here's something to end with.
Mm-hmm.
You're all in that room. You're all dressed up like chocobos. You're all going crazy.
We've done it 4 times. This is
The
the 4th.
door. Someone knocked at the door. One of you guys go to the door.
It's my mom.
No, it's not your mom.
I say,
It's-
Mom.
It's Final Fantasy, the CD case, on the chocobo. That's why he's got no discs, dude. He was heading to this
I
fucking
don't know
party.
what that means. I don't know what that means.
Anyway, we're gonna end on
Anyway,
that. Perfect
thank
way to
you.
end. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
I
Anyone
didn't come
would
on
like
the
to give me some
podcast.
feedback? I appreciate everyone listening to the What the Famicom podcast. I am What the Famicom. You can find me on social media, Instagram, Twitter. I don't have a Facebook because I'm not a sheeple. So just, message me. Just ask me, what you want me to talk about in the next episode. As usual, have a good evening.
Check out Molten Funk. Check out Molten Funk. Oh,
there you go. Check out Molten Funk. I appreciate Molten Funk and the Unpanderers, Nick, for showing up. Have a good evening. Have a good night. And possibly have a good morning. I don't know where the fuck you are. And as usual, game over.
What the Famicom? What was the Famicom? What the Famicom? What was the Famicom?